What if I told you that the United States Supreme Court just gave Donald Trump the biggest victory of his presidency so far to date? Watch.
All right, Pamela, here's what we know. This is a big win for President Trump because he has been railing against the so-called nationwide injunctions. This is the power of a single judge to block an executive order for the entire country.
As you said, in a big win for Donald Trump, saying he can move forward with that executive order that he issued on day one.
Proved to be a major legal victory for the Trump administration's aggressive efforts to...
Well, this was a big one, wasn't it? This was a big decision. An amazing decision, one that we're very happy about.
So what is this case about exactly? And what brought us to where we're at today? This case evolves around something called birthright citizenship. What is birthright citizenship? Birthright citizenship gives anyone born in the United States or on sovereign U.S. soil automatic citizenship. The time we take our first breath, we're a U.S. citizen, as long as it's on U.S. soil. An amendment that was passed back in 1868, July 9th, actually, 1868. It was very broad in scope, covered everybody. But the real reason why this amendment was even brought to Congress and passed into law to begin with was it was designated to protect slaves that had been brought to the United States outside of their own will. And then also all the children that were born here, all the descendants of slaves that were brought to the United States or born in the United States. President Trump's legal team, consisting of Todd Blanche, Pam Bondi, and Stephen Miller, who are extraordinarily bright, they saw this as an opportunity to take this birthright citizenship case and take it to the Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court to rule on how can a judge, say in Boston, Massachusetts, issue an order that affects every citizen in all 50 states. So on Friday, after hearing arguments earlier in 2025, the United States Supreme Court, on a decision based 6-3, agreed with the Trump administration. They issued a scathing report against judges nationally, telling judges, you do not have the right to issue a ruling, say, in your home state of New York that would affect the citizens of the state of Texas or Florida. Now listen, we can all agree to this. A lot of these executive orders were around things, around the whole deportation, illegal immigration, which President Trump ran a very firm campaign and stance on the campaign issue. Almost 78 million people voted for him based on that campaign promise. What this eliminates is, say, an individual caught up in the deportation proceedings in Texas or Louisiana or Montana for that matter, a judge in New York City or Chicago or Boston cannot affect the outcome of that situation. You can only rule as a judge in one of those circuits, can only rule on a person that's affected in your jurisdiction. Democrats have been playing with 5 aces in the deck for a very long time, okay? They now have to play on a more level playing field. Judges can only stay in their lane. You heard the term stay in your lane, bro? So the Supreme Court just told all these judges in all 11 circuits, stay in your lane. You can only grant relief, grant an injunction, grant an order affecting someone in your area, in your state, in your territory. This ruling by the Supreme Court of the United States truly was a huge victory for the Trump administration. I can't express to you and explain to you how big this is. The president was elected on a platform. He can now move forward with that platform with some more even-keeled checks and balances in place. Listen, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you hit that subscribe button for me as well. I've got some great content coming. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you soon.